Thomas Dickson Armour was a Scottish-American professional golfer. He was nicknamed the Silver Scot. He was the winner of 3 of golf's major championships: the 1927 U.S. Open, 1930 PGA Championship, and the 1931 Open Championship. Early life. Armour was born in Edinburgh, Scotland, and educated at Fettes College and the University of Edinburgh. During his service in World War I, Armour rose from a private to staff major in the Tank Corps. His conduct earned him an audience with George V. However, he lost his sight to a mustard gas explosion and surgeons had to add a metal plate to his head and left arm. During his convalescence, he regained the sight of his right eye, and began playing much more golf. Golf career. Armour won the French Amateur Tournament in 1920. He moved to the United States and met Walter Hagen, who gave him a job as secretary of the Westchester Biltmore Club. He became a U.S. citizen at this time. He competed in important amateur tournaments in the U.S. before turning professional in 1924. Armour won the 1927 U.S. Open, 1930 PGA Championship, and the 1931 Open Championship. With Jim Barnes and Rory McIlroy, he is one of 3 native Europeans to win 3 different professional majors. His 1930 campaign was overshadowed by Bobby Jones' Grand Slam, and Armour seems to have been overlooked. Armour also won the Canadian Open 3 times, a feat exceeded only by Leo Deagle, who won 4. At the Shawnee Open in 1927, Armour scored the first ever Archaeopteryx when he made a 23 on a par 5 for 18 over par. This still stands as the highest score on one hole in PGA history. This historic performance happened just 1 week after winning the U.S. Open. Retirement and later life. Armour retired from full-time professional golf after the 1935 season, although he competed periodically in top-class events for several years afterwards. He taught at the Boca Raton Club in Florida for $50 a lesson. His pupils included Babe Didrikson, Zaharias and Lawson Little. He was also a member at the Winged Foot Golf Club in suburban New York City, where he spent much of his summers. During World War II, Armour played in exhibitions for U.S.O. and Red Cross. Armour co-wrote a book, How to Play Your Best Golf All the Time, with Herb Griffiths. It became a bestseller and for many years was the biggest-selling book ever authored on golf. A series of 8mm films based on the book was released by Castle Films, including Short Game Parts 1 and 2, Long Hitting Clubs, Grip and Stance. Armour is succeeded by his grandson, Tommy Armour III, who is a 2-time winner on the PGA Tour and currently holds the record for the lowest total score on 72 holes, which he set in his second PGA Tour victory at the Valero, Texas Open. Death and legacy. Armour died in Larchmont, New York, and was cremated at the Fern Cliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York, but is not interred there. Some modern golf equipment is still marketed in his name. Armour was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1976. Amateur wins. 1920 French Amateur Professional wins. PGA Tour wins. 1920 Pinehurst Fall Pro in Best Ball. 1925 Florida West Coast Open. 1926 Winter Pro Golf Championship. 1927 Long Beach Open, El Paso Open, U.S. Open, Canadian Open, Oregon Open, 1928 Metropolitan Open, Philadelphia Open Championship, Pennsylvania Open Championship, Sacramento Open, 1929 Western Open, 1930 Canadian Open, PGA Championship, St. Louis Open, 1931 The Open Championship, 1932 Miami International 4-Ball Mid-South Best Ball, Miami Open, 1934 Canadian Open, Pinehurst Fall Pro, 1935 Miami Open, 1936 Walter Olson Golf Tournament, 1938 Mid-South Open. Major championships are shown in bold. Other wins: 1927 Miami International 4-Ball, 1938 Mid-South Pro. Major championships. Wins: 1. Defeated Harry Cooper in an 18-hole playoff. Armour 76, Cooper 79. Note: results timeline. NYF equals tournament not yet founded. NT equals no tournament. DNP equals did not play. WD equals withdrew. Cut equals missed the halfway cut. R64, R32, R16. QF, SF equals round in which player lost in match play. T indicates a tie for a place. Green background for wins. Yellow background for top 10. Sources: U.S. Open and U.S. Amateur Championship.